Alright, fuck. Here we go. Listen up. As I've said before, I'm raised Gen X, right? Raised hard. My mother was an alcoholic who decided her 6-year-old was an acceptable drinking buddy. That's not a cute fucking story. That's the kind of shit that leaves a mark that you don't talk about at parties. She poured, I was forced to sit there and drink it. And the world taught me very early that adults can be selfish assholes who drag children through their messes because they're too fucking weak themselves to face their shit alone. And they won't give it to God. I learned real quick that the world doesn't owe you safety, softness, or fuck, even a fair start, right? You either grow up with a spine or you stay fucking broken. I chose the spine. Now, the background is what it is, right? It's also why I don't have patience for the modern day soft handed bullshit. Right? We grew up with cassette tapes, rotary phones, and a clear understanding that nobody was coming to fucking rescue your ass. Look, I'm a Christian. Not the watered down feel good version, the real one. Sin is real, judgment is real. And Jesus didn't die so we could sit around bitching about every inconvenience while ignoring the people right in front of us. And yeah, I'm a Viking about it. Not the plastic horn LARP kind, right? The real kind. Hard, loyal, and ready to stand when the soft ones fold. And convinced that a man who won't protect what is his is already halfway fucking dead, guys. I mean, loyalty to my wife every day, fighting for her to just live and to be here on this earth with me. Right? No giving up. And lately I've been thinking about how fast everything moves. We're all sprinting through life like the next dopamine hit is going to save us somehow. Scroll, swipe, bitch, complain, move on. We treat the world like it's disposable and the people in it are just fucking background noise. That's not strength. That's weakness dressed up as efficiency. Scripture doesn't let us off the hook. Psalms 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. Not be busy and know your phone is God. Be still. Slow the fuck down. Look around you. The same God who hung the stars also made the guy bagging your fucking groceries. The woman driving the school bus or the city bus. The mechanic, with grease under his nails, standing in line at the deli. Or, how about when he reaches out to shake your hand at the shop, but you won't shake his hand because it's too greasy after he just fixed the fucking same thing that you were too impatient to even maintain yourself. Ecclesiastes 3 says there is a time for every purpose under heaven, including a time to shut the fuck up. Open your eyes and actually see the world instead of treating it like an obstacle course, right? We've gotten real good at treating people like they're just, I don't know, functions, right? The cashier is just a thing that takes your fucking money. The nurse is just the thing that pokes you with the needle and gives you your shot or your vaccine, if you're one of those kind. The garbage man is just a guy who comes and hauls off your fucking mess, right? And because they get paid for it somehow, that means they don't get owed the same basic human respect. That's some modern day entitled fucking bullshit, ain't it? Paychecks don't cancel out fucking dignity. Galatians 3:23 says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, right? Now that kind of cuts both ways. The person doing the job is accountable to God for how they do it, and you're accountable for how you treat them while they do it. I'm not talking about fake smiles and empty "have a nice day" like you're working a Walmart greeter, right? That kind of scripted bullshit. That's not what we're talking about. I'm talking about looking at a man in his eyes and saying thank you, like you fucking mean it. Noticing when somebody's grinding through a fucking shit day and a hard fucking shift and not adding to their load just with your fucking attitude. Showing appreciation even when the service isn't perfect, because perfection is a luxury most of us don't get to demand. And the Viking way isn't to dominate every fucking interaction like a petty little king. It's to recognize that people around you are carrying their own shields and fighting their own fucking battles. Come on. A little respect costs you nothing. And it might actually go a long way in the world. It's a fucking hard place. And it might make the world harder for the real assholes out there to operate in it if the rest of us can treat each other with dignity. I know what it looks like when an adult treats a kid or anybody as a prop to their own fucking damage. I lived it. So I refuse to pass the same selfishness forward day after day. Slow down. Smell the coffee. Watch the sunset without filming it for an Instagram reel. Talk to the old guy at the hardware store like he's a human fucking being and not just a search engine for your fucking DIY needs, man. Tell the single mom working the night shift at the diner that you appreciate her being there to serve your food, not because you have to, but because you mean it. It's not because it's some like progressive virtue signal to do so, but because it's true. God made them. Christ died for them. And if you claim to follow him, you don't get to treat his image bearers like furniture. Look, we've got enough people out there bitching about everything that's wrong. Be the one who notices what's still right and gives credit where credit's due. Be still long enough to see it, and then act like a man or a woman who still remembers that strength and gratitude aren't opposites. That's it. I'm done for today, right? Now go out and live it. But remember that Jesus Christ is King. And without his blood sacrifice upon that cross, none of us would have ever truly been forgiven or have a chance for everlasting life in eternity. That's all. That's all I got.